Hello, my reflection today is on Matthew chapter 6, verses 1 through 34. And in this passage, there are quite a few different topics that are covered: giving, prayer, fasting, money, and worry. And I'm really going to concentrate on the prayer part of it. And I found it kind of fitting that I was given this passage at the same time as us starting a new unit in God School, and we're going to be talking about prayer. And prayer is the foundation of our lives as Christians. Prayer is something that should be done on a daily basis. It's our conversation with God, and it's how we develop a relationship and communicate with Him. And communication is important in our relationship with God, just as it is in any relationship we have. We all have to have a time to talk and a time to listen, whether it be with our friends, our partners, or God. There are no rules as to how or when we should pray or when we should do it. It just is something that we need to make a habit of doing. Prayers can be long, they can be short. It's really just you talking to God. But we also need to remember to listen. Listen to what God is telling us. I think many times people expect God to talk to them in an obvious way, and when it doesn't happen, they get discouraged. And a lot of times this is what leads people to stop praying. But maybe you aren't listening hard enough or listening in the right way. A lot can be said for those quiet times, when we set aside time to be in conversation with God, where we quiet our surroundings, we quiet our hearts and our minds, and we really listen for what God is telling us. I have found in those quiet times is when I feel God's presence and His peace. I can honestly say that prayer has not been a huge part of my life in the past. It's something I did when we went to church, something that you did before you went to bed. It's something that you did before you ate a meal. And a lot of times those were prayers that we learned as kids and that we kept reciting. It wasn't a conversation that I was having with God. But this past year has really changed. I have found myself in conversation with God many times. I have spent more time in prayer this past year than I have in all my years combined. And it's in those times that I've heard God talk to me and that I have given the calm and the peace that I needed in my life. And that is something that I hope for you.